Hi everybody and welcome to my home. I wanted to bring you in today and show you something very, very special that we use in our family. We're up in the upstairs landing of my house. These are bedrooms. Downstairs is obviously down there. And what I want to show you is just over here. I want to show you our family mindfulness bell. Now, this is positioned here so that when everybody rings it, or anybody rings it or invites it to sound, it can be heard throughout the house. And I got this idea when I was in Plum Village, Thich Nhat Hanh's monastery in the south of France. And there, whenever a bell sounds, everybody stops what they're doing. Everybody stops whatever they're doing and they just focus on the next 3 breaths. Focus on the sensation of the next 3 breaths. And it was such an amazing practice because bells would sound all the time in the monastery. And no matter what bell it was, everybody would stop. And it just allowed for those moments of mindfulness, those moments of calm, those moments of peace. So when I came back, I bought one and I put it up here in the landing. Now, I do remember though, there was one little downside to that, because the monks and nuns in Plum Village also used the telephone as a mindful moment. So whenever the telephone rang, nobody would answer it. They would sit there and focus on their breath. So if you do phone Plum Village and it takes a while to answer, that's what they're doing. Maybe you should join them and just noticing your breath for a little while. But here in our family, we use the bell in much the same way. So when anybody is passing by here, everybody is free to invite the bell to sound. And when somebody invites the bell to sound, we all stop what we're doing and we just focus our awareness, focus our attention on the next 3 breaths. So the bell sounds like this. Which is a very beautiful sound. And it sits here all the time. And I'll be honest, the person who rings it most or invites it to sound most in our house is my youngest, who's 7 years old. And he is very, very good at making the bell sound. And when we have taken a moment of silence, concentrated on our breath, we all shout thank you and then get back to whatever we were doing. Lots of my students have brought mindfulness bells into their homes, and what we know happens a lot is that children in the house, and it sometimes happens in this home, children in the house, what they do is they use the bell to diffuse arguments. So if mom and dad are having an argument, the child will wander up and they will invite the bell to sound, and then everybody stops and can take a moment. And it's a really nice way of empowering a child who may not feel like they can say to their mom and dad, can you stop arguing, or to their brother and sister or whatever. But if everybody respects the bell in the house, then when it sounds, it just allows everybody a little moment to diffuse the situation and to calm down. Now, there are 2 ways to use a bell in your house. You can either stop whatever you're doing when the bell sounds, or you can continue what you're doing and just bring your focus and your attention to your breath. So whichever works best for you, I suppose. Really hope you enjoyed that idea. Also really hope that you go out and get yourself a mindfulness bell. They're called Ching bells. This particular one is called a Ching bell, but you can get any bowl bell will do. Hey, listen, thanks for visiting today. Hope that was useful. Please go out and get yourself a bell